If you thought the virus was unbeatable, you clearly underestimated us. Just when everyone was at a loss, Walter had a bright idea. He remembered that crocodile sported a lane scar by its right eye thanks to the wetlands manager's diligent note-taking. Subtitles. They shut off the engine, paddled quietly to avoid alert, and found Mangy at the strongest signal spot. Morgan and Little Mustache approached the shore, ready with their magic weapons, but Mangy seemed less than impressed. He took a quick glance and Walter's shooting skills were through the roof in the wrong direction. The first shot whizzed right by Mangy. He quickly reloaded for a second go. What a rascal. Did you find the target? Not the one I was aiming at. It's firing back at me. This is tricky. Morgan quickly pulled out his knife and saved Little Mustache, and both raced back to shore. Is this funny yet? Morgan urgently needs the antidote now, or the toxin will affect his nervous system, causing big trouble. The crew splits into two. Little Mustache took Morgan back for treatment. The big guys crossed 1.6 km of swamp. Walter and Little Beauty searched for the tin box, but Morgan, the team's strongest, was gone. Pansel, pound our towns divide by letter 3ca 2 omicron a quarter you grov pan and you mut letter 3ca o qt with dots bravo o qt circumflex o I mut civic letter 4 ab so I Chinese letter pound copyright. Little Beauty set off to search, but Little Mustache fared no better. The Terminator towered over him like a mountain, collapsing after a short walk. Little Mustache chose to fetch the antidote alone, but an accident was imminent. A chilling scream. Panicked, Morgan rushed over and found Little Mustache stuck in quicksand. He grabbed a branch, but was powerless under the tranquilizer's effect. He couldn't pull Little Mustache out. In crisis, he saw nearby water stones and thought there was live water beneath the quicksand. It may lead to the water stone. He asked Morgan to fetch rocks heavy enough to sink fast. Little Mustache could escape underground before suffocating. A few minutes later, Morgan finally returned, just as Little Mustache was about to go under. Luckily, at the pivotal moment, Croc's tranquilizer took effect. Morgan fell into quicksand. It's heavy. Little Mustache barely managed. Soon, the two appeared by the water stones, Morgan briefly regaining his senses from the cold splash. Finally, they arrived at the roadside, yet Dr. Lee was nowhere to be seen. Could they be stood up? Then, a car roared nearby. Dr. Lee arrived in time to save Morgan, and Walter and Little Beauty successfully got the vomit grass. They stuffed the vomit grass into a chicken as bait, slapped the tracker on another, and hurled it into the water, letting Mangy gulp it down in one big. Now, just wait as time passes. With 4 minutes left before mosquitoes die, is this viral outbreak truly unstoppable? They closely monitored the tracker, and soon boom. The tin can surfaced. Walter sped over by boat. But he was so fixated on that can that he didn't see the obstacle up ahead. Little Beauty got tossed into the water, yelling at Walter to back off. She decided to dive in herself to snag the tin unbeknownst to her. Danger was lurking ever closer. Walter, there's a crocodile right behind you. A little vomit grass trick sent Mangy into a frenzy. He was not going to let his lunch slip away. Mechanical expert Lubo learned of the situation and said the boat could reach 70 minutes 80 km/h. The crocodile's top speed is only 32 km/h. Walter then took out a rope. One end tied to the boat, the other tossed to Little Beauty. The croc was charging their way. The pair hurried to the release site and, at the last second, released sterile males to decimate virus-laden females. The Scorpion team barely survived, once again saving countless lives, but then a hacker hijacked an F-130 and aimed its targeting system at a teammate. The unsuspecting teammate was instantly blown to bits. What a shocking sight for the Scorpion team. To minimize losses, Mr. Liu set up a remote laser guidance system and got to just the right spot. Then, they expertly took him onto the ship, where mechanical expert Lubo set up a remote laser guidance system, positioned it correctly, aimed the laser at the aircraft's nose to Euclid files, and restored control over the fighter jet. The jet has regained control, but this crisis here is merely the tip of the iceberg. A swarm of hackers targeting the ugly country had officially landed. Opponents took control of numerous aircraft and warships, forcing the ugly country to shut down all defense systems, including the nuclear alert. An enemy attack now would be catastrophic. The Admiral sought Scorpion team's help, disclosing everything. Little Mustache was taken aback and suspected that the jet incident was just the beginning. Sure enough, soon 4 destroyers were hijacked online, forming a blockade around the territory, creating significant risks for nearby cities. As they strategized, Little Beauty wondered, could hackers eavesdrop? Little Mustache had a light bulb moment. He quickly deduced that the hackers didn't understand English. Otherwise, with their confidence, they would have reclaimed control of the F-130 by now, and their tactics to surround the territory with 4 destroyers. Classic. This led him to conclude that these hackers were likely aged 18 to 25, the age when young people are eager to prove themselves. As speculated, they most likely hailed from Eastern Europe, where their parents had experienced the harsh realities of the Cold War. These youngsters grew up hearing about the ugly country's war machine, so what better way to prove themselves than to take down the defense systems of the ugly country? Their goal was clear: challenge the ugly country's defense system. Talk about repetition. No wonder he's a psychology